Hi, everyone. We're live. First time for me, second time for Desiree. It's the Lynn and Desiree show. And when it's on her channel, it's the Desiree and Lynn show, or we could call it the Desi Lynn show.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Let's hope we get some people. Oh, Esma's here, my favorite person. How's the ducks, Esma?
Hi, Esma.
Is it Esma or Esme? What do you like to be called? I always called her Esma, but I don't know if she likes it that way or a different way. But we're talking jewelry and reselling today and anything you guys want to talk about. And Carrie's here. Hi, Carrie. Kim just joined. Hello, Kim.
Hi, Kim. Hi, everyone.
We got pieces we're going to show today. I brought some stuff I bought at a rummage sale yesterday, and Desiree's got some Christmas stuff. I did bring my Christmas stuff out too, but I probably don't have anything as good as Desiree does. So,
well, I don't know if mine is that good, but because I sell also at a local antique mall, and
That's
so
right.
I was in there today, and the lady who works there, she was telling me about. She said, "Oh," because I went to pick up my little check, and she said, "Oh, we're going to do some fall promotion." She said, "So if you have any fall themed merchandise," I'll make sure, you set it up, within the next month or whatever." And I said, "Oh, okay." Because, I don't really have fall stuff, but I do have a lot of Christmas stuff. But people in the antique mall are already putting out their Christmas stuff. Like there's a lot of people, they have Christmas trees, they have Christmas ornaments out. Like people are really getting into it. And then when I went to the grocery store this morning, they have the Halloween candy out already.
So, oh my God. I did see that. There was Christmas stuff in, where was it? Dollar General or somewhere. I popped in there real quick and I'm like, Christmas? Really? Let's get through September 1st, at least. But,
yeah, we're still in back to school mode here in our household. This was my son's first week of school. So it's a whole new schedule for both of us. And, we're still adjusting, because it seems like summer was over like that.
Oh, I know. How old is he?
He's 15. So, it's also the teenage, the teenage schedule we're trying to adapt to.
Yeah. Yep. I remember them days. Mine are all grown and gone. There's Suzanne. Hey, Suzanne. You want to join us?
Hi, Suzanne.
So great.
I don't see her. Oh, there she is.
Hi. Well, I'm just going to add her to our feed here.
Yay.
Oh, did I probably sent the link. I sent a couple wrong links because, this is my first time. So we are just going to add Suzanne to the screen, and she's going to show us her pretty necklace that she had that she wore to the doctor today. Do you have it handy?
I have it right in front of me.
Yeah, Lynn, if you could hit the comments so we can see.
Yeah. I wanted to say Esma's ducks are happy. She's got the cutest ducks in her backyard. It's hilarious watching them grow up. Okay, Esme or Esma. There it is. Pretty, pretty, pretty.
Oh, that's lovely. Now, who makes that, Suzanne?
It's Giuliana.
Oh, wow.
I don't know.
Let me see if
can you see the colors at all?
I can't make you big.
That's okay.
Without making me big.
Nope, that's okay. Look, it's mainly gold. I'm going to put it up really close and see if that'll help. You see how it's
that's lovely.
But it has the pink on it from the, this is like a little flower. It's
gold. They're like, are they metal beads?
Yes. Metal, the gold ones are, but the other ones are, I guess, beads or plastic of some kind. But it also has I had it backwards. It also has the beautiful rhinestones. Okay, now
Oh, yeah, that is pretty.
It's got the wedding cake beads, doesn't it?
Yes. And I was glad you said that. Now, the thing is, I would never have recognized that piece as Giuliana, except I have the bracelet. And the bracelet is showing me the links.
Right. I would have never guessed.
Did you buy them? Did you buy them together as a set?
Yes. And I also have the earrings. And I had to look at the earrings. Like, I pulled this out of a group of pieces that I had, and I had to look at the earrings 3 or 4 times so that I'm really working here to see if I can. Okay. Now, the back, of course, has the 5 links, and that's the clue to the Giuliana. Okay. But the earrings, interestingly enough, look nothing like the other earrings that I have from Giuliana pieces. But they haven't been repaired or changed. But let me just get up close. You can see that they match. There we go. You can see they match the. Oh, I'll put the necklace up here real quick, or the. They match the bracelet and the necklace. But on the back, I have seen Giuliana pieces have this type of clip, so that's okay. But I haven't quite pictured this back. I'll learn how to do this one of these days. As a Giuliana piece. Now, one thing I did notice is it has the rivet here. Remember we talked about that?
Yes.
So that may be one of the clues. But anyway, enough about that. And I just wanted to, I was just so surprised that it was, if I had seen the earrings and the necklace without the bracelet, I don't know that I would have figured out that it was Giuliana.
I think a lot of pieces have the rivets, but Giuliana's got them like just kind of scattered on their pieces. They don't have a whole lot, because some of them brooches you turn around and it's like completely full of rivets, and that's definitely not Giuliana. But yeah, we talked about the backs, like the clip backs have all different shapes, so it's kind of hard to distinguish Giuliana unless you know them specific things that they have. So thanks for sharing that. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, Suzanne, because of you showing those pieces, it really sticks now, because, you know, like Lynn said, you really don't have any way of knowing unless you know what you're looking for, or what
unless you've studied it, and it takes a while.
Exactly. So unless you're familiar with, the different types of backs or whatever, you would have no clue. So thank you so much, because I need all the help I can get.
Me too.
Yeah, and it's always a learning process, no matter what. Even when you think you know everything, no, you don't.
So true.
Carrie says her boy, she's got a boy too, is 16 and homeschools. She does so much stuff. amazing
Carrie's
person.
Superwoman.
Yeah, she
Absolutely.
is. And he never leaves. Well, you're lucky. Then you got to help her. But sometimes I guess you need your alone time too.
Yeah, it's the same with my son.
Hey, Crystal.
Hi,
Crystal's
Crystal.
here. Hey, Crystal.
Put Crystal on instead of me or Carrie.
I don't have Crystal. Crystal went to the first link, I think, because I don't have the option to put her on.
Oh, you all look so good. And you put me on, and I'm just like frazzled and didn't think about a background. So your video is not going to, well, I'm not worried about me. I'm worried about your people on your video are going to think you hang out with crazy people.
Yeah, we are crazy people.
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
If they know us at all, yeah. More crazy people.
Yes.
Yes, when you love jewelry, you have to be.
Hi, Arlene. Thanks for joining us. And I heard a kitty too.
I heard a kitty too. Was that Suzanne's?
Yes, he cries for snacks if I'm sitting here at the computer all the time. And he's so spoiled. I have to give him some because he won't shut up.
Kim's got a 17 and a 13-year-old. Boys, oh my gosh.
Oh boy, all of us are dealing with teen boys.
I have one of each, and the one is enough. Just kidding, Adam. So, do you have any of your Christmas stuff you want to show, Desiree?
Oh, okay.
Jump right into that.
All right, so I shared some of this on Instagram. So if you follow me on Instagram, you may have seen some of this, but I'm going to show you the box, and then I'll pull out a couple of pieces.
Come here.
Oops. So this is the
pretty
brooches that I have been kind of collecting over like throughout the year. And I've got so many. Some are signed, some are not. But the better pieces I have been kind of putting aside and saving them to list specifically at this time of year. So let me see which one I want to share first. I've got everything: Christmas trees, snowmen, bells, wreaths, all kinds of stuff. So let me see. This is a Monet piece. I'll start with this one. And I'm hoping
oh, pretty.
That is very pretty.
Yeah, it's red enamel with it's gold tone with some rhinestones.
Beautiful.
And I mean, it's one of those things, like, you can't really see it on camera, but it's so sparkly. Like, you know, the camera's not picking up the sparkles, but in real life, it's really, really, really sparkly.
Is that like an ornament that's attached to it?
Yes, it's supposed to be. Oh, I'm sorry. It's supposed to be a Christmas ornament.
It's gorgeous.
With a bow on the top. And then I've got some rhinestone snowflakes, and these are kind of fun. I'll show you some of these. Now, these are not anything, you know, they're not anything too extravagant. But the thing is what I've noticed is, like, people like the sparkly rhinestones. And even when they're unsigned, if they're really sparkly and there's tons of rhinestones, people love them. People love them. So
yeah, the problem is, like you said, even with photographing them, it's hard to get the sparkle. It's hard to show people.
And sometimes too, like, you know, like this one is really, really sparkly, but you can see here on camera, it just looks flat.
Well, maybe the video feature on eBay would help. Maybe.
Well, if they look at this video, I think once people see the videos here that you're doing, that then they'll be looking for the pieces on your sites.
Possibly, yes.
Oh yeah, yeah. These other ones, now these are signed too, but I don't have my my magnifying glass on, or my magnifier so I can see. But these are some Christmas trees, and these are real sparkly too. But again, the camera's obviously not picking it up. But,
there's some Christmas. I looked a while back that there is some Christmas trees that have like Margarita Rivoli stones in them that have sold for like a couple $100.
Oh yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah. So if you ever find one of them, pick them up.
Okay.
I love to wear like 4 or 5 at a time on a red. No, I'll put up a bunch of them on a red top or a red dress. And instead of wearing like a necklace, I'll put in a lot of different ornaments, just because I think I want to show that it's Christmas time. And everybody always comments if I have on all these different ornaments. Not ornaments, but, you know, Christmas, like a tree or an angel, or maybe I'll wear 5 different angels or whatever. You know, I'm over the top.
You know, it's funny you say that, because last year, I had won a lot of Christmas brooches, and I sold almost all of them. But I had them all out, and a lady in the Texas Gals Jewelry Lovers Facebook group, she told me the way she wears them, because she has so many, she wears like a cluster of brooches. Have you ever seen that, where she'll wear like 3 or 4 and she'll arrange them in like a little scene? And I thought it was the cutest thing, but I had never thought of that. Like I had only thought about wearing one at a time. But she had done like a little Christmas tree, a little Santa with the sleigh.
Right.
I think she had a snowman, and she made a little scene on her sweater. And she had like 4 little brooches, and it was the most adorable thing I had ever seen.
Well, you have to use more than one because you can't decide which one to use. So
right.
It's like you don't want to leave them in the drawer because they're going to be sad that they're left behind.
Exactly. And she said, why should I only wear one? She's like, I may as well wear, 4 or 5, however many.
That's exactly what I do.
Yes. So
yeah, I love them all. I look at them all. I love them all, but they never get put on. That's terrible. I know I should be wearing them, especially at Christmas time. There's so many pretty ones out there. I have a whole bunch too. Talking about trees.
You have a pretty necklace on now.
Yeah, thank you.
And those are beautiful trees.
There's 2. Here's 2 more. I'll hide the price that I paid at the rummage sale for them.
Oh, those are pretty. See, they're so sparkly.
I know. And I got this cool, I don't even have it out of the plastic, but it's just a little.
Oh, I like that
one. And this one I thought was really cute. It's kind of 3D like.
Yeah.
Very nice.
That is lovely.
And I got about 5 more sitting there. So I got a lot of trees too I need to list.
Yeah, I do too. I have a bunch.
This is actually one that I really liked. I haven't seen one like this too often, but I'm sure it's pretty common.
It's a great design with a lantern and the bow.
Yeah.
And the holly.
It's got a little candle in the middle of the lantern. Let's get back in the screen. Yeah, I just thought it was a little different than most.
It is. It's very nice.
You got any more?
Well, I thought I had one similar to yours. I have this one that's kind of like the lantern.
Oh,
yeah. I've had that one before.
Yeah.
So I thought she's going to start. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I thought we had the same one. So I had to look at mine. Like, do I have that same one?
Esma's going to take your advice, Suzanne. She's going to do the cluster.
Yeah, you have to because Christmas only comes once a year. So you only have so many days to wear them.
Well, and just think if you kind of do all like either all the same color or like that lady did, she made a little scene. Or if they're all like say bells or whatever, I think that would actually look really nice. It wouldn't look tacky. It would look like well thought out.
Right. This one is signed. I need my magnifier, Crystal.
Yeah, I need mine too.
I cannot read it. It's not Jerry's. It's you would think it was Jerry's, but it's not. It's something craft. I don't think it's Coral Craft.
Hollycraft?
Hollycraft, yeah. Yeah, that's what it is, Hollycraft. That's this one.
Nice.
Yeah, it did look like a postcard, Esme. Hollycraft, Crystal said it. I went to a rummage sale yesterday.
Signed, Crystal. I can't see what it is. I got to get my magnifier.
I think yours is Jerry's. I kind of think it.
You know what? You're right. It is Jerry's. That's this one. I think the one you have, Lynn, is nicer than this one. This one I want in a lot.
They're both nice.
Yeah.
They're definitely both nice. It's just like an older looking lantern, like more of a from 1920s, 30s type of lantern you used to see.
See, Crystal, you were right, Hollycraft.
Arlene says she started collecting Christmas trees about 9 years ago. Oh my God, I bet you have tons. In search of a specific Weiss Christmas tree. Yeah, the ones with the little candles on them. Now I have so many. I grow my trees on, or you grow them. Yeah, I group my trees on Dollar Tree stockings and hang them around the house. What a great idea. That's a
Love
cool
that.
idea. Then you
Oh,
can
that
go
is a
and
good
take
idea.
them off here and there and put it on and wear it out.
Yeah, I see that in the jewelry group too, where people make like little displays of their brooches, and then they take them off as they wear them, then they put them back on. I think that's a fun way to really enjoy it, and you can see everything that you have.
Absolutely.
Arlene says, I plan to make some felt ornaments and hang a brooch on each one to hang on my Christmas tree as ornaments. I think I've seen that where the brooch is actually an ornament, and I just think that would make
That's a great idea.
Tree. My Christmas tree would probably have to be about this big because I sell them more so than collect them. But there's so many I want to keep, and I keep telling myself, no, I can't. It's time to sell it and move on to the next one. Stockings, yes. Nice way to display it. So I went to the rummage sale yesterday, and I was third in line, and I got to the jewelry table first. And, you almost have to like scan the jewelry table quickly before anybody else comes in, because the 15 people behind you are coming in slowly, and they start hovering around the table. And this one lady just took the middle of the table and just started going back and forth and back and forth. So I had to start grabbing things. And I hate doing that. I hate it. But this is one thing I grabbed. And I thought Suzanne would absolutely love this. Look how
gorgeous.
Thick that is.
Wow.
Yes, that is lovely.
That's a lot of bling. I love it.
Yeah, it's a bracelet. They wanted $10 for it, and that's like normally over my budget, but I couldn't pass them stones up because it came with earrings as well.
Wow.
Yeah, these are watermelon.
I was going to say that looks like watermelon.
Yeah, but they say watermelon is green around the outside and pink in the inside, and these are green on the inside. So I don't know if that makes a difference or not. But that one is not named. That's not marked. But I also found the Siam sterling. These were sets. Isn't that pretty? Pretty blue enamel.
Blue is really pretty.
And it comes with the earrings.
Beautiful.
So this is a brooch. Get over there. It's a brooch marked Siam sterling, and this was $10, which, come to find out, they're not worth a whole lot. But I thought with it being sterling, it'd be worth at least 30 to 40 with the set. But a brooch by itself is selling for less than 20. So I don't think I'm going to get 30. I probably get 25 out of it, maybe. That's what I'm thinking.
Well, is it like an enamel, enamel on the brooch?
Yeah, it's a blue, almost like a shiny blue enamel it's got a texture to it.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
Almost like mother of pearl, like a blue mother of pearl. But look at this one.
Ooh.
This one.
Ooh,
This I grabbed as fast as I could before that other lady grabbed it, because it came with earrings too.
Oh wow, love it.
And they only wanted $8. They only wanted $8 for this, and I was like, why did they want 10 for the other ones and only 8 for these? So I threw it in my bag real quick, and then afterwards I went back and here's the back. I went back and I went through everything to make sure I wanted everything. Brought this home. I got it out today. It was full of verdigris. I was like, how did I miss that? Like all through in all these little tiny grooves, it had verdigris on every prong, everywhere. Like I can't even believe
why they only wanted $8.
It is, but why do they even want $8 at that point? So I'm thinking, there's no way I can take a Q-tip with vinegar and clean all that off and get it clean. There's no way, because vinegar, you almost need to let it sit in vinegar, and you're not supposed to put these type of stones in liquid. Like these right here, anything strong like Windex or anything like that is going to take that finish off. It's a glass bead, but it's got that like silver
oil sort of.
Yeah, it's like a covering over glass, so that's going to come off. So I'm like, what am I going to do? I ended up just throwing it in jewelry cleaner, and I know all the collectors are going, don't do that, but I had to because there's nothing else I could do with it. I didn't want to sell it. It came off. I put it in there twice. After the first time, I took it out fairly fast, and I thought all of this was going to be, pulled off. The color was going to be pulled off. It was not. I could not believe it. So I went with a toothbrush and fine-tuned it, cleaned all the prongs, and I still had quite a bit left on there. So I rinsed it off with water. I know you're not supposed to put rhinestones in water because it will ruin the backs of the rhinestones. But I went back and put it in the jewelry cleaner again and brought it back out and used a brush. And I actually had to take like something a little bit sharp to clean some of that verdigris off because it was just deep down in the grooves. And it actually came out pretty clean. I don't know if you can see.
Sure did.
Yeah. I mean, you can see the sparkle and everything.
Look, see, there's still some like leftover cruddy stuff, but I don't know. I thought it ended up pretty good after all that. So anyway, that is a Regency piece, and that would probably sell for $150 the set. And I just don't know if I should list it.
Well, keep working on trying to get the verdigris off, and you might be okay.
Yeah, but when you have verdigris on, it's like eating away at the metal, so it's left little pits,
like pit marks. Yeah, like little.
Yeah,
I know exactly what you mean. And then sometimes it weakens the integrity of, however, like sometimes if you have a string or a wire, like if it's a beaded piece, sometimes the verdigris will weaken the wire. Like how you said, it kind of eats away at it. And then sometimes it'll just like snap.
Yeah, exactly. This is a Regency piece, so it's well made. It's got nice, heavy duty prongs and heavy backs, on each piece. The one thing it doesn't have is open backs. And the back on it looks kind of matte. It's not real shiny anymore. So it's been through some weather change or moisture of some sort.
Have either of you ever used an ultrasonic cleaner for your jewelry?
Yeah.
Do you think
I did?
that would have worked for that piece?
I don't think so. I think something needs to eat away at that verdigris. That just loosens the dirt. To me, it does. I've never tried a verdigris piece in because all I've ever had to do before is use vinegar and a Q-tip to get it off. So I've never tried that heavy duty of a bad piece in the ultrasonic. Isn't that what it's called? Ultrasonic.
I think that's what they're called, ultrasonic cleaners, or I could be wrong, but
they're great at like cleaning glasses. You put your glasses in, it gets all the crud out of every little nook and cranny.
I need to do that every day.
Yeah, and they're good for like diamonds, like diamond rings and stuff too. Like if you get
oh my gosh, it comes out
like in your rings, and I heard that's what jewelers do.
Doesn't have foil on the back though. You don't want to put anything with foil on in them.
Oh, okay.
So Esma says, how about using dental floss to get in the crevices? I think the toothbrush would probably work better because it'd be hard to get down through the piece a little. I don't know. That is a thought, though.
Lynn, could you just describe it and show the verdigris and let the
It's all
person
cleaned off.
Right. Tell the person who, just disclose it and sell it the way it is.
Yeah, I will. That's where I'm at right now with it. That's another thing you can use is ketchup, like Crystal's saying.
Great idea, Crystal.
Yeah.
But when you use the ketchup, like you just let it sit in there, and then what do you do? Just rinse it off, like under the tap water or something? Like, how do you get the ketchup off?
I have never tried it. Crystal, what do? I don't know if you leave the ketchup on, use a toothbrush and scrub it a little bit, or do you just rinse the ketchup off and it should be fairly clean, or how?
Yeah, I'm curious about that, because I would worry like rinsing it under the water after the fact. You know what I mean? Because I wouldn't want water to get up under the stones.
But yeah, the ketchup's got water in it too, so it's probably gonna get in there too.
Yeah.
Kim says to search through unsigned Celro and Florenza bracelets for the first one you showed. That's a good point. I never thought about it being unsigned. It does look like Florenza. She's talking about this piece.
Right.
Yeah, that first one that we all love.
But Celro, I never thought about that. Thanks. I will do that. Carrie says she leaves the verdigris and discloses it at a lower price. I know. I thought about that, but I thought I had to give it a try.
You did, and I think it looks it looks really good now. That's what I'm saying. If you get any more off, fine. Otherwise, just go with it.
So Crystal says you wipe it off with a microfiber cloth and then take a damp toothbrush to get in the crevices, then the microfiber cloth again to get it dry. So you use the microfiber cloth to clean the ketchup off and then take a damp toothbrush and get in the crevices and clean it and get it dry. I actually, when I was done with this piece, I have a heat gun that I used to get labels off my boxes, and I held the heat gun real high and just kind of air dried it from afar just to get any kind of liquid that might have got behind some of these little open grooves.
It's a good idea.
There's no glue. There's no glue to worry about on that one. It's all prong set. Kim says Celro does lots of chunky panel bracelets. Haven't seen that shiny gold and rhinestone though. Worth a look though. Yeah, I'm definitely going to look that up. Unsigned pieces are, still even listing them as unsigned is still questionable for me. I can put it in the description and then I'll get somebody that says, you said it was Celro. And I said, no, I didn't. I said it might be. It looks like that. It's always a question if you put it in the description of your listing.
That's what I do. I just put it in the description, could be, or unsigned or whatever. And because at least that way you're not claiming that it's something for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
And you know what? In the main scope of things, if you like the way it looks, a lot of people buy because they like it. They may not even understand or know names of any jewelry.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's funny. I go to this flea market once a month, and this one lady helps this one lady. So the lady the helper, she's going through all this stuff, picking out what she wants first, and then she's giving me all the leftover stuff. And I said, "Ooh, I'll take that. Ooh, I'll take that. Ooh, I'll take that." And she goes, "That's funny. You want the complete opposite I do. You always want the chunky, bold, bright colored stuff." And she takes the fine chains with the little pendant on it. And I'm like, we must sell in two totally different places. She says she sells at other flea markets, and I sell online. So I'm like, give me the biggest, boldest, brightest thing you have, because this is what my customers, I think, want. I can't even hardly photograph little silver tiny chains with little silver pendants. They glare. They're just really hard for me to photograph. So I like the big bold stuff. I don't know about you guys. What do you prefer to pick up?
That's what I pick up.
How about you, Desiree? What's your favorite?
You know me, the weirder, the bolder, the, sometimes tacky, gaudy stuff is what I like, just because it's so different, and I like having pieces that are different, that are bold, that are colorful, really stand out statement pieces.
You like your beetles?
Yes, exactly.
I have never run across one of them yet. Never.
Well,
Hey, Regina.
Hi, Regina.
Hi, Regina. It's a
yes,
great picture.
There is an Oddities Expo coming to Las Vegas in next month in September, and I'm so excited to go because they always have weird, strange, odd, creepy looking jewelry. So I'll definitely do a video and show you guys some cool things that I find.
Yeah, I was going to say, you better bring your camera on that one.
Of course I will.
We're going on vacation in September, and there's a surprise place I found that you're going to love, and I'm bringing my video in on that one. I'm not going to tell you until I get there, because just in case for some reason we can't make it. But my husband's going to be thrilled. He's not going to enjoy it, but I'm making him go. It's something Esma would love too, and I know you would love too. So I can't wait to go. So.
Ooh, yes.
Heads up.
That's a good tease. So now I'm ultra curious.
And it's not jewelry. Sorry to say, it's not jewelry. So
I'm even more curious now.
So let's see. I'll ask Desiree first. Who's your favorite jewelry designer?
I don't know if I have one. I mean, now that we've learned about Giuliana pieces, I've been looking at them more and more just because I'm envious of Suzanne's collection. And I want to be one of those, those stylish ladies that, like she does, go in the grocery store all blinged out. And so now
you wear bright, bold flower dresses and stuff too when you.
Hey, I might, I mean,
and your hat.
Yes, because I just think it's so fun, and it's more about kind of the artistry of it. And so now I'm kind of appreciating that more so than just, I mean, yes, I like things that are pretty, but I also like things that really kind of communicate a whole vibe, a whole energy. So I guess that's my answer, because I don't really have one. But like I said, now I'm really, really into the Giuliana pieces because of Suzanne showing off her collection.
Is that your favorite, Suzanne, is Giuliana?
Well, you know what? I love Giuliana, but I also love Haskell. I've been looking at pieces online from Miriam Haskell, and I'm dying. I want to buy some so bad, but they're so pricey. And of course, I love Lawrence Verba, his pieces. And now that I found Stanley Hagler, I always look for those pieces, but they're really expensive. So, you know what? I don't even care about the name. I have Wise, I have Eisenberg. I just like the way it looks. It's not so much. And also I like finding out about it. So Giuliana's really good because it makes you think about, is this Giuliana or not? So you're looking at the colors, you're looking at the stones, you're looking at the backs, and that's probably a lot to do with it. But I almost don't wear except for my rings, I don't wear fine jewelry very much anymore. If we go out to something really, I have to tell you, even if we go out to something really fancy, I wear my costume jewelry. a lot. So I have a couple pieces of fine jewelry, but mostly I wear costume. And new costume, I used to really be into Betsy Johnson when I was working, and I had a lot of her stuff. And
how old is that brand? How old is Betsy Johnson? Isn't that newer?
Oh, no, it's not new. Betsy Johnson actually started. I'll tell you how I knew about her. She created patterns, sewing patterns for clothes. And so I always used to pick out her pieces because my mother was an excellent seamstress. And so she made all my clothes. So when I worked, I would always have an outfit with the jewelry, the shoes, the purse, I mean, everything. So for a week, if I wanted to go with green, I had everything lined up to be green, so I didn't have to change my purse every day. Then the next week I would go with turquoise. And the next week, I was crazy.
But a lot of people noticed that, they always coordinate the purse, the shoes, the jewelry, the dress.
When I usually use a purse till it wears out. I'm terrible. Not the very fashion-minded person. Even though I love jewelry. I love it. But I think Miriam Haskell's my favorite. I just love the artistry in it. It's so full of character. It seems like every piece is completely different. Like you were saying, you kind of looked at this one bracelet and said Celro or Florenza.
I love Florenza too.
Yeah, Miriam Haskell does have that kind of a look too. It has like you think a lot of beaded, real tiny seed beads mixed with flower motifs, and I mean she does have a distinct look as well, but it's just so creative and a wide variety.
I looked online for Trifari too. Trifari. Now I looked at that book that you were working with in your presentation a couple weeks ago for the Miriam Haskell book, and it's $84 used on Amazon. So I'm thinking it's so nice.
I think you need to keep looking because I got mine for $50. There's a lot of good books out there.
There are.
Yeah,
and check your library too, because my library has a little bookstore, I guess, of books that they don't want. And that's where I found a bunch of jewelry books for $1. And they're like nice jewelry books. I mean, they were $1 each, but
right. At estate sales. And that's what's going to happen when I'm gone. They'll have all these books that they can sell for $1.
Where do you live? I'm just kidding. You don't have
to. No. I'm going to plan.
In Florida, right?
Yeah, I sure do. And I'll tell my family to call you. Call you all and say,
put my name and phone number in that book.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. The one book that we all want, the big Giuliana book, that's like $1,000 or whatever.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Somebody mentioned, going to the library and just having them bring it from another library and just at least looking at it and maybe taking photographs of some of the pictures. And I keep wanting to do that. I just never get up there.
Yeah, I haven't thought about doing that.
Carrie says, well, I like pretty hot in my Carhartts with my Carhartt fanny pack. Oh, you look pretty hot. I get it now. Oh, that's funny. Yeah. Well, you got a reason to wear Carhartts, and even though it's not a jewelry brand, I can totally see you out there with your sheep and your Carhartt fanny pack. So any other pieces you want to share?
Let me see if I've got anything interesting. I do have some reindeer. I mean, I don't think these are that exciting. But here's some reindeer.
Oh, cute.
Oh, yeah. I think I have one to match that. See?
Oh,
similar.
neat.
I like yours
It could
better
be a
than mine, but
family.
I have a little like a Bambi one like that. That's rhinestone.
Oh, that's the best. He's cute. I have a
Yes,
Santa.
now I'm trying to think about how to arrange them in a little scene so I could wear them.
Yeah. This is a pendant.
Oh, that's fun.
Oh, that is cute.
It has little dangles on it.
Well, that's a great. That's the beard.
Yeah, it's not marked. I also found these at the rummage sale. Some more earrings that have huge bling. I guess this lady that maybe passed away or something got rid of a whole bunch of her heavy, big, bright gold or bright gaudy jewelry that I love.
Those are very nice.
Yeah.
And they're not marked again.
Well, that doesn't matter.
It doesn't, but it helps with the sell rate.
Right. Now, if you wanted to keep them, it wouldn't matter. But if you wanted to sell them, yeah, of course.
What else? You got any more?
I don't think so. I think I've shown them all.
Well, okay, I'll show you my Sarah Coventry. It looks like it has a kink in the chain.
Oh, I love Sarah Coventry.
I don't know. I'm questioning this one. You see how it's like it's got two pendants on it, like it doesn't know which one it wants.
That's interesting.
It is.
I think I need to take one off. Don't you? Like maybe this chain came with the silver tassel one, but the purple dangles is Sarah Coventry, but the chain is not marked Sarah Coventry, which is unusual because she usually has a little
she has a hang tag.
Hang tag, yeah. So this is what it looks like without that tassel. I'm not sure that they belong
somebody
together.
put the two together.
Yeah, I think somebody like I think
combined.
The chain originally went to the ball and tassel, and then they added on the Sarah Coventry, the purple dangle thing.
I believe that
over
too.
The top.
Or the chain tarnished or something, and they wanted to put it on. I don't know. Who knows? What else they had there was elephants. All kinds of elephants. Somebody must have got rid of.
Oh, I like elephants.
Yes.
Her whole elephant collection.
Nice.
Oh, that is lovely.
I got about 6 or 8 of them. There's a bunch
people love
animals.
This one I can't get out. It's 2 pieces.
Cute.
Some little elephants. So a whole bunch. And I was looking, there is one elephant, if you ever want to get a good piece. Monet, is it Monet or Trifari? Has one like this. And when I first seen this, I'm like, because it's worth, I don't know. I don't remember the price, $100 or something like that.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, it sure is. That's a beauty.
It's not as nice as the Monet or Trifari, though. The other one is just a little more like clean cut. It's just a little prettier. This one's got a nice back to it, but it is not marked. But it looks a lot like that. So if you ever see one similar to this, you might want to pick it up if it's, I want to say Monet.
And all of those are good luck because the trunk is pointed up.
That's right. She didn't buy any that were down. And me and this other girl in the group, in our lovely jewelry friend group, has talked about Chico's, and this was there. I love Chico's. It's just heavy, nice duty. The quality is there, and this is pretty reasonable. So I picked it up, and we were talking about how Talbot's and Chico's sell pretty good for us. So
yeah, Chico's sells really well for me too. Like usually when I list something Chico's, it always sells in less than 30 days. Always.
Yeah.
Because people recognize it, and it goes with so many of the clothes from Chico's.
Yeah.
I think
And it's kind of
popular.
classic looking.
It is.
Yeah, and
Those
it's very versatile. Like you can wear it for career wear, but you can wear it casual. You can wear it date night out. You know what I mean? It kind of fits every occasion.
Exactly. Arlene says, yeah, to put the tassel on a different chain. I think so too. I want to see if I can find a Sarah Coventry chain so that the whole piece is Sarah Coventry first. But then I'll leave this chain on that tassel. And Crystal says she likes selling Chico's too.
Yeah, we have a Chico's outlet here in Vegas. I never thought to go in there to
Really?
to look at the jewelry, but now that I just thought of that, I'm like, how come I've never gone in there to see what kind of jewelry pieces they have? They might have, some pieces on clearance in there I can grab for cheap.
Well, if it's an outlet, they're going to be discounted, but still, you almost need to get them for $4 or $5 at the most.
Yeah.
But you never know. At least try it once.
Yeah, I'm going to go in and look, see what they got.
What kind of thrift stores do you have around Vegas?
We have Goodwill, Savers, and then we have little local community and church ones. But the main one is Goodwill. Like I have 3 Goodwills within a 10-minute drive from me.
I've never seen jewelry in our Goodwills ever.
Yeah,
no,
all of our Goodwills carry jewelry. Now, the thing is, though, I think they're getting more educated about it because it seems like the really good stuff ends up online. It doesn't. I mean, every now and again you can find something, but it's not like the norm.
Right.
Yeah, I believe that. I mean, you're just lucky to have jewelry in yours.
Yeah, I know. A lot of people, because even when I post on Instagram or I do a YouTube video or something, people always say, wow, my thrift store doesn't have jewelry or we don't get jewelry jars or anything like that. And people does jewelry jars. I don't buy them anymore because they're so horrible. Like they are overpriced and they're horrible. Like they try to ask, $79, $99 for a jewelry jar. And it's just full of crap.
That's ridiculous price. They're just seeing how far they can stretch it, I think.
Yeah.
I have a Salvation Army in my area that does jewelry jars once in a while. They're the only regional type thrift store that sells jewelry around. Otherwise, I have to go to the small thrift stores. And one of them had this beautiful necklace on a nice display in the case, and on the top was a lobster claw. And that's one of my pet peeves is when somebody says that this is a vintage piece and it has a lobster claw big and bold, the biggest lobster claw you can find on the top. And I said to the lady, that is not a vintage piece, is vintage style, but it's not a vintage piece. And they had it marked like $150 in the thrift store.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Okay, but whatever. Yeah, our Salvation Army, I've bought jewelry jars from them once or twice. And one of them, I seen one piece in it and they wanted like $40 for it, which is kind of the average price. And I ended up, I did get one good piece out of there. That was actually the piece that had the angels, the primitive, it was just full of primitive looking angels. And somebody said it was a Mexican necklace. Somebody told me later it's Mexican Milagros or something like that, Milagros. So I looked that up and it did look very much like that style. So that piece probably is a $50 piece. So that paid for the jewelry jar, but nothing much else in them. So that's why I like to buy individual pieces more so than the jewelry jars nowadays.
Yeah, it's really weird. When I first started buying jewelry jars in like blue boxes and stuff, probably about a year ago, back then, like, it was pretty much the norm that I knew I would find at least one piece that would pay for the whole box. Like, that was pretty much the standard. And then, like, suddenly it seemed like all of a sudden it was just crap after crap after crap. So now I
They're
just
getting
don't
smarter.
trust them. Yeah, I don't trust the jewelry jars, and I don't trust, like, the blue box or the American thrift, whatever.
That was the other one I was going to ask about. Is American thrift?
It used to
that
be good.
like really good.
It used to be. About a year ago, it was really good. I haven't bought one in. I think the last one I bought maybe was in January.
Wow.
You know, I haven't bought them. If you watch, I think it's Kristen D Resale. She used to do. I don't know. Maybe she still does do the jewelry boxes. And she had and she might still have a coupon code. So if you used her coupon code, you would get 30% off. So that's when I was buying them, because they were $50, however much it was. And then you could use her coupon code and you could get 30% off the box, which was nice because that basically covered the tax and the shipping, I think it was. And so I thought it was worth it. Well, I guess a lot of people were just like me and they were using her code or something, because I want to say last month I went on just to see, what it looked like. I didn't buy one, but I saw that when I because I wanted to see if her code still worked, and I put it in, but it said something came up and it said it does not include shipping, like now they have this thing on there where the coupon code doesn't cover shipping or a certain amount, like you can only use it on one box or something like that, because I used to buy 2 boxes at a time, and so it was a really nice discount.
Oh,
but
yeah.
now they don't let you do that. So
So Arlene says, I have seen just the tassels for sale on eBay. I've never even thought about putting just the tassels. I guess if somebody wants to complete their necklace, they'll buy just that tassel.
Yeah.
It's an idea. Kim says, is this the Sarah Coventry necklace with original unsigned chain? Can find this combo of pendant and chain in a couple different places. This is the Sarah Coventry necklace with original unsigned chain. Oh, really? So you're saying it is right. Can find this combo of pendant and chain in a couple different places. Wow. I'll have to look it up. And so with the tassel and the purple dangles, or are you saying just the tassel or just the purple dangles?
Oh, maybe she's talking about the piece you have is.
Right. Which pendant is what I'm asking. She's saying you can see it in a couple. She's found it several places. So is it with the chain and just this pendant?
What was Sarah Coventry was just on one of them, wasn't it?
Right. It was on the purple pendant.
So that could be it, because otherwise you wouldn't know it's Sarah Coventry.
She said she's going to put the link in the chat.
Okay. Arlene says, once the workers at the thrift and Goodwill stores started realizing the people were making a profit by selling on eBay, those businesses started cranking up the prices on their jewelry.
Isn't that the truth?
If they have them, if they even have it. But yeah, I think so too. But they did that on clothing.
Salvation Army doesn't even sell jewelry in the stores. They just do it. They go straight to online.
Like Goodwill does normally.
Yeah.
Go back. Hey, everybody froze. No, we just stopped talking. Link in the chat above.
Yeah, we might not be able to see it because I think StreamYard blocks URL links. So you might have to look for the link on the video.
I see. Yeah, I'm not seeing it anywhere.
Wait a minute, let me look.
It's just you, Esme. Everything good now, she says. It has been harder to find great jewelry finds because more people are aware of the prices on vintage jewelry. I totally agree with that, Arlene. I think there's a lot more people looking for it now, and the good stuff, I don't know where the good stuff's going, but it's not going out on the shelf.
I would love to know how these sellers that I've seen on eBay that have, there's a couple sites that I follow, and the person is selling like 20 pieces of Miriam Haskell and 20 pieces of Lawrence Verba and 20 pieces of high-end jewelry. I'm not talking Chanel. I'm just talking about high-end collectible jewelry. And I'm saying, how do these people have that many pieces unless they know somebody that had collected it and were able to get it? I don't know where the person lives, but they must live in a great place because everything is like multiples, not the same piece, but it's just that it's not like they have one of them. They have like 10 or 15 of them.
I know, I've seen that too and agree with you 100%. I don't get it either. I can't even find one piece. Where do they find 20 pieces?
Yeah.
Well, remember too, when I went to the jewelry show, there's tons and tons and tons. But the thing is they all the vintage jewelry and antique dealers, they kind of deal within their own circles, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it very rarely would make it to like a Goodwill or a garage sale or something because they kind of have a whole network amongst themselves.
Right. Yeah, I thought of that too, is do they pay up for it at like antique malls possibly? I think antique malls is where you would find it first.
But I went to an antique mall and I walked around. They were once a month. They have an outside show for like a flea market that you can go. And so I said, I want to go there, see if I can go and sell. But it was so hot. Plus it started pouring. And this weekend there was only like 5 or 6 sellers there. And I said, oh, this is nothing. So I went inside and I said, well, it was raining. I said, I'm just going to walk around to see what they had. I was so surprised that they did not have any of the pieces that we've been talking about. It was like a lot of gold and silver. And they had, of course, some fine pieces, but it wasn't the kind of thing like the higher end or even middle range vintage pieces. They just didn't have them. So I don't know. Now, the best place to get vintage pieces that I've been able to do is at the Antique and Vintage Show in West Palm Beach. When I go there, I know a lot of the vendors, and I've been able to find some really nice pieces.
Well, that's the key right there. You just said is West Palm Beach. I think if you're in New York, LA,
my God.
Some of the big cities, you might be able to find these pieces a lot better. Like Miriam Haskell was located in New York. Well, most of them were.
And Verba is too. That's what I mean. He's still working on. That's what I think is if you're in like Chicago, New York, or even LA.
Right.
You can get a lot of those.
That's what I think too.
Yeah.
Well, I'm only 5 hours away from Chicago. I guess I could drive up there, but I just don't want to go to Chicago. I'm sorry. I don't want to get shot.
Well, you might be able to find somebody online, like, and you can do it online. There might be like an estate company or something like that. Or
True. There's a glass person that is on Instagram that I follow, and he he lives in Chicago, and he finds these absolute gorgeous glass pieces. And I asked him, where are you finding these? And he said at estate sales. So it probably would be a great place for jewelry as well. So, but I noticed here it's 5:05, and I wanted to keep this to 1 hour so I don't disrespect anybody's time. And I'm glad we have all of our friends that joined us, and Suzanne,
Yay!
our surprise guest for today.
Listen, I would have been if I'd known I was going to be on view, I would have been better prepared and looked a lot better. But anyway, there you go. I'm
You
glad.
always look wonderful.
I'm glad to be on.
Suzanne, you're adorable.
Yeah.
Yes,
Well,
I
thank
agree.
you, ladies.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Thanks, everyone,
Thanks
the chat
for having me,
joining us.
Lynn.
We will see you on Desiree's channel in probably 2 weeks. We'll let you know.
Good. Bye.
See ya.